Welcome back to North Side of that London, and today we've got the Arsenal vs Leeds preview, and we're going to start it off with Mikel Arteta's press conference before the game. And without further ado, let's get straight into this, because this is definitely a match that we desperately need 3 points, just like we needed against Wolves, just like we needed against Aston Villa, against Leeds. It's a must win. It's a must win, and from this press conference, I hope this manager is saying the things I want to hear. Most of the time he's not, and he's talking in riddles and not sometimes making sense of the things that he's saying. So let's get into it and see what he's got to say. They started off with whether there is an update on the team news. He replied, not really. We will know more in the next 2 days on the injuries we have and how they are evolving, on whether they will be available for Sunday or for the next game. Be patient because it looks like a lot of players are breaking down. Breaking down? Why are players breaking down? Like, I know the congestion of games and everything because of the pandemic and everything else like that. Partey breaking down, what's going on there? Completely mismanaged in my opinion. Completely mismanaged. But anyway, we go on. He was asked on how long Partey will be out for. It is a difficult one. He felt something during the game and didn't think it was too bad, but after the scan looked a little bit worse. We won't be able to play him against Leeds, and we will see how it evolves in the next 2 days, but it is a muscular issue. This guy just come in and it's just been injury after injury after injury. Who is accountable for these injuries? Why have we not managed it better? Why? We're the only one that brought a player in that keeps getting injured. How come? He didn't have a record of being injured when he was in La Liga. But all of a sudden comes to Arsenal, injury. It's all mad. It's all mad. But we move on. On how frustrating it is for him. Listen, that's just what. How is he not going to be frustrated? He just come from La Liga and wants to prove himself. Isn't it self-explanatory? I don't really know. These journalists sometimes ask some stupid questions. They go on. What's this? On the competition for places between Leno and Ryan. I think Matt has played a really good game. And for the first game he played for us, after so little training, I think he was really good. I really like the way he reacted, because conceding the goal on your debut so early and still reacting the way he did showed a lot of character from him. This is why we brought him here, because he has to be an option and he has to keep pushing Leno. I agree. I think Matt Ryan did really well against Wolves. I think he did really well against Aston Villa. I think he was our man of the match against Aston Villa. Sorry, he didn't play against Wolves. Leno played against Wolves, but he did really well against Aston Villa. And to me, I think he was man of the match. Him. Then it was Odegaard. I think Odegaard was the only outfield player that actually did anything good. I think Odegaard was dangerous on that day, but Matt Ryan for me was the man in the match. He kept us in, and if it wasn't for him, we could have got peppered that day. We could have got annihilated. All the guns, everything. We would have got everything that day. Do you know what I mean? If it wasn't for him, because everybody else was atrocious. So yeah, I do agree with Arteta there. But then again, Arteta, why did you sell Martinez? Anyway, we carry on. On what he thinks about Leeds. They are a really brave, dynamic, attacking side. Yeah, everything we're not, Arteta, but we continue with weaker players. I think they are really exciting side, a great coach, a great coaching staff, and who are all involved in a bunch of players who believe 100% in what they do, and they just go in every game with the same energy and enthusiasm to get points. Every game they go in with the same energy. How come we don't? All these praises you're giving to Liverpool, how come you can't install that? But anyway, we move, innit? Anyway, we move. You know what I mean? Because you're Pep's prodigy. I think they deserve more points than they have in the table at the moment. And we don't. Everything he just said there, in talking about Leeds, can he say that about Arsenal? Are we dynamic? Are we attacking? Are we exciting? Let's be excited. Yeah? The logo of Josh Kroenke. Are we that? No, we're not. They go into every game with the same energy and enthusiasm. How come we don't? How come we don't? Why? You explain to me. Who's a bigger club? Who has better players? Player for player. Who's supposed to have better players? You know, I think most of our players are dead, but I think we've got better players than Leeds. It's so mad. It's so mad, you know. It's so mad. But anyway, let's just move on, man, because, you know. On Kieran Tierney, he was asked, we have to see how the knee reacts. He has started to get a bit more load. Okay, that sounds mad. I think that's a typo. He hasn't had much left, but he is very positive at the moment. He's in good spirits and he is desperate to get back into the team. And we will see in the next few days, the moment he starts to train with the team, and see how he's feeling and how he reacts. Just Arteta, please, yeah, please. Let this boy recover. Just let him recover, yeah? We're struggling without him. He's so dangerous on the left. Just don't rush him back. I don't need him out for any more matches than he's going to be. I can take it that he's injured and it's a knee. Just be careful with that. I don't want to see him coming back early. I don't want to see it. I'm going to be real. I'm going to keep it real. You know what I mean? I don't want to see him coming back. Leave him. Let him. You already seen how you're mismanaging Partey. Do not do the same for Tierney. Just let him rest, innit? He's not going to be there for Leeds, and I'm cool with that. If he's getting back to full health, like, just allow it, innit? Allow it. Let's not do a Diaby, yeah? Let's not do a Diaby. On how frustrating it is to not have him involved. Well, of course. Anyway, he answered that. To be fair, we are getting used to it because we are missing some top players all the time. I don't remember when we had all the starting 11 for 2 to 3 games. I can't even think about it. But it is what it is. The players are making huge efforts. Even the ones that are injured are willing to come back to play. And this is what we demand of them. And the ones that are on the pitch have to give their best. It is difficult for the ones that want to get back in. And that is what we are trying to do. If you're looking for pity, bro, look at Liverpool. Yeah, it's happened to everyone in the Premier League. I do understand injuries, but let's not go on like we've had the maddest injuries and nobody else. Like, I'm gonna get on to him because I feel like sometimes he's making little bit excuses. Like, of course it's hard. Yes, you were asked the question about how frustrating it is, and of course Tierney's a good player, but that doesn't excuse your tactics. That doesn't excuse you bringing Willian on, playing Xhaka. You know, doing all these, using all these. Like, what are you on about? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, the style of football is not affected about, you know, you should still be able to play your style of football. But anyway, we move on. On what we can expect from Nicolas Pepe. Again, that he can maintain that level from for months, not weeks. I think he's done much better. I think there has been a click with him, even in his mentality, how he's approaching every training session, the importance of every action in the game, and how he can sustain his focus and determination during these games. I really like his attitude. What he's done in the last few weeks, I think it's been much better. He still has a lot of room to improve and grow, and he is willing to do that. So I'm expecting him to go to the next level very soon. I agree. I think Pepe needs to maintain this. I think he's doing well. He scored the other day, and hopefully he can kick on and continue. As I've said before on Pepe, I just wish that he was just more direct and less messing around with the ball or trying to do all these fancy tricks. Like, just keep it simple, you know, and take a leaf out of the book of Sterling. Take a leaf out the book of wingers in the Premier League like that, like Mahrez and these types of wingers, you know, Salah, Mane. They don't try to do too much on the ball. They are direct, and, you know, I agree there. I do think that, you know, he is improving. He just needs to knock out the game. This ain't the French league, my G, you know what I mean? Keep it simple and go direct. Look at Son, you know what I mean? They keep it simple, but they're effective. One-touch football, you know, quick. Do you know what I mean? Direct. And I just... You know, sometimes I think he dabbles a bit too much on the ball and tries to take on too many players when he doesn't need to be doing so much. You know what I mean? So anyway, we go on. He said over here, on the online social media abuse directed towards players. Of course, we've spoken internally to players and tried to give them some advice and tried to protect them as much as possible. The incident that occurred a few days ago with Mike Dean is completely unacceptable, and I think we should all stand for him and support Mike and the referring community as well. They have a tremendously difficult role, being a ref in the league at the moment, with a lot of key decisions that affect teams and the leagues in one way or another. But at the same time, they try to do their best. They prepare in the best possible way, and we will all make mistakes. And I think we have to support them. I think that the abuse that the referees are getting is a disgrace. It is a disgrace. You can't. I think everyone has the right to criticize in terms of football. You know, this player's rubbish. That manager's not doing enough. Or this player's wonderful. That manager, I think there's potential. Whatever it is, whether for the good or bad, but keep it within football. When you start death threats, when you start going into people's profiles and sending abuse and saying all that, like you're going too far. Do you know what I mean? You're going too far, because 9 times out of 10, people that do this type of stuff will never say that to your face. To your face, they already know what time it is. And it's not even about even just saying it to someone's face. It's football. It's a football game. Like, you really going to send a death threat over a football game? Like, are you that childish? Are you that childish? Like, I say what I want on Arsenal, but I always keep it within football. You know what I mean? If I don't like the manager, if I don't like a player. So I completely agree with Arteta on this. Like, this is just ridiculous. Like, it is absolutely disgusting. So, death threats over a football game. Don't get me wrong, the referees in this league are flipping dead. They are rubbish. The things they call fouls for, they don't make no sense, yeah? But death threats to Mike Dean. The people are doing that are pathetic, man. Absolutely pathetic. On if social media abuse has got worse. I think if we read everything that was written about us, we'd probably have to stay in bed a lot of days. It's part of it. I think it's great that people have the ability to communicate on so many platforms and give their opinions. The only thing I'm asking is to be respectful, you know? Do it in a respectful way. You don't have to banter anyone or try to hurt anyone. Yeah, just give your opinion with the best intentions, and when it's constructive, I think everybody can take criticism. It's part of our job to look at it and think and reflect on it. But when people have the intention of hurting, that's when it becomes a little bit silly, in my opinion. It's just finding that balance, and there's a lot of positives, but I think there are things that we can do better as well. I agree. I think fans have the right to give their opinion. We're the ones that, fans are the ones that are the lifeblood of a team. And whether fans, criticize or not, it's always with the best intention of the club. But that line gets drawn when you're being abusive. Like, if you're being abusive, calling names and, like threatening people and stuff like that, I just feel like, why do we even need to say this? Like, this is pathetic, man. These are grown ass people. Like, I don't know, man. You have to say the obvious these days because people are so flipping childish. Anyway. On if the league position can be explained by the amount of absentees we've had this season. He replies, I don't know. I don't like to use any excuses. It is what it is. We have to adopt, and we have other players trying to do the job. But at certain moments, you need some consistency. You need a team that has to play and see all the successful teams, and you need some consistency in your starting 11s and get that chemistry. The cohesion, the togetherness, they haven't been able to do that in its context. It's the situation. It's COVID. It's strange. It's a strange year with no preseason. There's a lot of factors, there, but I still think we could be in a much better place just looking at what we've done in the games ourselves and what we have given away. I don't know about that. You don't like to use excuses, but I felt like there was quite a few excuses in that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I get, of course, it's a strange year with COVID, but it's something that's affecting everyone. It's not just affecting Arsenal, and I just feel like, he said that we should be in a much better place. I don't see that. I don't see why. I think for the most part, the football's been atrocious. I think we are where we should be playing the style of football that we're playing. In my opinion, we are where we should be. Nothing that we've done warrants me thinking, oh, you know what, we should be higher, or we're actually nah. We've been very up and down, and most times we've just been down. Like, what have Arsenal done? Nothing. The football's just been shocking. So the decisions have been shocking. The starting lineups at the start of the season, it's all coming back to me now. Like, have been shocking. Like, what's this guy talking about? I don't know. He's so mad. I don't know. But anyway, on Marcelo Bielsa's murder ball in training. Yes, I've heard about it. I've seen it. Marcelo has some incredible methods. You just have to see the way the team plays and some of the things they do constantly. Some habits that they implement throughout the game in such a conviction. There's a lot of things that young coaches like me can learn from people like him who have been in the game a long time and have been really successful. Then apply them then. If you know all these things about him, apply it. Apply it. This is the same as the comment that he had at the start. This is what I mean. Like, this guy frustrates me. Like, they have such conviction. Why don't we have conviction in the way that we play? Huh? I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Like, why don't we? Why is it not the same for Arsenal? I don't know. Okay, let's leave that online abuse stuff. We've touched on that. Whether we, we don't. Some of the questions that they ask, honestly. On Leeds using attack as best form of defence. When you look at a lot of the game they've lost and how they've lost them, it's pretty incredible as well. Maybe they haven't deserved those defeats. They've been really punished on set pieces as well, which is one key area there. So that's what okay. So I want to see you utilizing that now. You've just identified that that's their weakness, yeah? Anyhow, I don't see you using that. Cool, innit? But overall, what they've produced in open play compared to the opponent, it's difficult to see games where they have produced less than the opponent. I totally agree. I think they just attack. They just bring the game to you. And they're not there parking the bus like us, every man behind the ball, and hoping that one chance will, out of 2-3 chances in a match, will score a goal. So, imagine what they could do with better defenders. Imagine what they could do with our defenders. Our defenders aren't even that great, but I do think we got better defenders. We got a better back line than Leeds. That's not even a debate. Imagine if they had our back line, how high they'd be up that table. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. And then, look at the striker that they got. They got Rafinha, they got Bamford, they got Harrison. And look at what they're doing. Look at what we're doing. Yeah, I'll tell. But what can we do? On whether he's a disciple of Bielsa. Disciple Bielsa. That's your brincad. This guy, he must be, I don't know, for marijuana or something. I don't know what he's doing about. Why would they even ask him that? Anyway, he goes on to answer that. No, I'm not a disciple because I don't know him well. Pep knows him much better than I do. But obviously, you try to learn and pick up things from other teams. I will be interested to learn how they develop their teams, their ethos, their way of playing. Marcelo's got a lot of positive things to look at. Why are you not looking at it now? Because I don't see you implementing that now. Fast, pacey football, attacking football. You know what I mean? You said you're learning. I'm not seeing you implementing this in our team. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Like, words are all good, but I want to see it on the pitch. I don't know. Will we like that against Aston Villa? I don't know, man. And whether we will start, to prioritize the Europa League. The priority is Leeds, then we go back to Europe. Obviously, it's a competition that we know can give us access to what we want. There's still a long way to go. Still a very strange year as well with the locations of where we're going to be playing those games. Let's go step by step. Let's just be real. The league is over. It is over. We're not making top 4. By the looks of it, it doesn't even look like we're going to make Europe. Yeah? Let's just go for the Europa League. I'm telling you, this guy just better go for the Europa League and pray. Hope and pray. Mavado, hope and pray. Hope and pray that saves him, because he threw away the FA Cup like it was nothing. Like that wasn't what gave him all this time that, you know, to even be still in the job. Yeah, it was the FA Cup, winning the FA Cup. Oh, we won the FA Cup. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, like I haven't seen bare FA Cups in my lifetime. But anyway, go for the Europa League. The league is done, man. The league is done. The league is done. He can't do it in the league. But, you know, through the FA Cup, we may potentially, you know, this team can win something through cup competition. And at the end of the day, he should be able to get to the Europa League final, because Emery did it and he didn't have the players that he has. You know what I'm saying, right now. So why can't he get to the final and potentially win it with a better group of players? You know, you got to answer these questions. You got to wonder, because the league is done. The league is done. After Wolves and Aston Villa, top 6, nah, I don't think we're going to get it. They go on whether threats on social media, on whether the priority. Why do they ask him these silly questions? Like, this is a good one. This is a good one. I like this one. And why Martinelli isn't starting most games? Well, he came back, did really well. Then he picked up another injury. It took him a while to come. And now it's about getting his rhythm and getting his pace in the team like everybody else. Don't forget, we played him last time against Manchester United. He started ahead of those players, so it's not like he's not having the opportunities. We know that he's got a huge potential, and he's done some really good things since he's come back. He has a lot of things to develop in his game because, of course, at his age it's normal. He came here from a different league, and physically it's much more demanding than the Spanish league. He got injured. He wanted to get back. He got back, then he got injured again. So his rhythm has been in and out. He hasn't had a pre-season, and he hasn't had the type... well, that's another typo here. What's up with this typo? He hasn't had the type of that is needed for such a change. Then it's probably anxiety from being so willing to do well and feeling important because he's a big signing. All those things add up, and he broke down again. So we have to be patient now, and he needs to recover properly because he's going to be key for us. I get that, but why can't you put him on when you put on Willian? Like, I have to. Why can't you put the kid on for 10 minutes or 15 minutes? You did it with Partey, even though it went wrong with Partey, but you could put him on for 10 minutes. Put him on for 10 minutes. He'll be if he's good enough to make the bench. If he's good enough to be on the bench, yeah, then he's good enough to play at least 10 to 15 minutes. No? Then why is he on the bench then? Because if he wasn't on the bench, then I'd get it. He completely can't play. But why put the guy on the bench and then not use him against Aston Villa? And you put Willian, someone that doesn't make no impact. This kid actually makes an impact. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. This is what I'm saying. This guy don't know what he's talking about. Talking rubbish. His lips are just moving. And the last question, this one was for all the smoke. I like this one. On whether Balogun will leave at the end of the season. No. I'm still very positive that Balogun is going to stay with us. And it's what we're trying to do as a club. And it's what I'm trying to do as a manager. As far as I know, from last week, the player wants to be here, so I'm positive. I think he's made some big progress in a few months. Then where's the contract? You're going like we're going on like signing Balogun to a contract is like signing. I don't know, like we're trying to sign Messi to a contract, or we're trying to sign, I don't know, we're trying to pinch Bruno Fernandes from Man United. Bro, he's a young potential player. Yes, he's a good player. How hard is it to put him down to a contract? How much is he going to want? 40,000 a week? You know what I'm saying? Pay the money. I think we're penny pinching. And this is why he's there like, oh, you know what, yeah? Like, you're not giving me the time. And Nketiah's there on the bench. He's doing nothing. What is he doing? He ain't scoring. He ain't doing nothing. Put me on. You're not playing me. You're not giving me the contract that I want. I'm off. Juventus is there, you know, lurking in the dark like a little rat, waiting to pounce. Man United as well, watching as well, because we're some idiots. Do you see them do that with Greenwood? I bet you any money, yeah, when Greenwood's contract comes up, yeah, they will sign it. Whatever, boom, there's the money. There you go. We're going to keep you on. You're an important asset. Not us. You think this will happen with Greenwood? You think this will happen at Chelsea with Mason Mount? With Tammy Abraham as well? Do you think that will happen? Are you mad? This is what I'm saying, man. This is stupid. This guy's talking rubbish. He's talking rubbish. But that's the end of the press conference. I don't believe anything he's got to say, in all honesty. Yeah, we just got to be careful. I mean, we've got here, Bielsa confirms Calvin Phillips is a doubt against Arsenal. That's in our favour. You know, we got to, hopefully we can, you know, pounce on that. And, you know what I mean? Porque está complicado. Está muito complicado this match. It really is complicated. Like, you know, if that really helps us, because we need all the help we can get. You know, and we got to look out. We got to look out for their stars. You know, they got Bamford. He scored the other day. Harris as well. Harrison's a good midfielder as well. Good winger. Rafinha as well is dangerous as well. Do you know what I mean? So they got some good players in attack. Like, they got some good players in attack. And that Kilic or whatever he's called, he's another good one as well. He had like 2 headers that he could have scored in their last match. I know they won against Crystal Palace, but still, he had a couple of good chances. They got some good attacking players. The only thing, their weak link, their Achilles heel, is their defence, and we need to get at them. We need to get at them and make sure that, you know, we're onto them. Just so you can see how dangerous Leeds are. When they won against Crystal Palace, their last match, it was 68% to Leeds United. They had a total of 17 shots, yeah? 7 on target, yeah? Crystal Palace had 8 shots and 3 on target, yeah? And Crystal Palace had 32%, yeah? And they had 55% duels won. This team is here to fight. This team is here for all that smoke. All that smoke, they're here for it. Do you know what I mean? So these boys, Arsenal better be on their job. I don't want to hear no complaints. I don't want to hear your lips moving and talking rubbish. They're above us in the league. I want to see 3 points. That's what I want to see. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I don't want no excuses. I don't want you coming out in the press conference. Oh, we didn't have these players. We didn't have whatever, innit? They may not have Phillips. You don't see them complain. They get on with it, innit? I want to see attacking football. I want to see us from the get-go. And I want to see that throughout the 90 minutes. I don't want to see 20-minute spell, 5-minute spell. All that. We need the 3 points. We need the 3 points. But is this manager going to do it? I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't have faith in this manager. So let's just see how it goes. Hopefully he doesn't ruin Valentine's Day. Hopefully he doesn't get me vexed. Hopefully I don't have to start swearing in Portuguese. I don't have to start flipping things out and I start going in a mad one. You know what I mean? Hopefully I don't have to do all of that. Hopefully I don't. And hopefully I can celebrate. And you know what I mean? We can be drinking Desperados and that. You know what I mean? My little cerveja. Little victory win. You know what I mean? And all of that. Hopefully we can. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And anyway, without further ado,